Hello, and a very warm welcome to everybody to our annual Lunar New Year Puja. And this is the year of the wood snake, which is said to represent transformation, growth, and flexibility. So may we welcome the Lunar New Year with those good qualities. And this is something we've been doing at the Abbey every year for a very long time now at the request of the Friends of Sravasti Abbey, Singapore. But we only started to live stream the puja during COVID. And that actually enabled many people from all over the world to participate. And of course, we're not going to stop doing that. So a very, very warm welcome to all our friends from all over the world who are not just celebrating the Lunar New Year, but also wanting to connect with our community and rejoice in all the abundance that we can create of merit when we do a practice together like this. And as we go through the puja tonight, you will see slides on screen that allow you to follow the practice with us. And then at the end of the puja, we will pause for a moment to read the names of all the people who have specially requested these prayers. And when Venerable Children is teaching in Singapore, lots and lots of people come forward with prayer requests for the Lunar New Year. So those are folks who will be reading names aloud of. But of course, you should also make dedications for your own hopes and aspirations for the new year, for people, situations, troubling circumstances, in the US and worldwide and so forth. We could all use lots of merit and prayers for, growth, transformation, and flexibility to go in a positive direction. So there will be a moment in the puja where we pause and do that. And in case you're wondering why we're not in the Buddha hall, it's also I know we've told all of you we have occupancy, yay! And then here we are in the dining room, hopefully for the very last time to do a live stream Tara Puja. Partly it's because the AV system has not yet been fully installed in the Buddha hall yet, so that's still a work in progress. But hopefully next year we will be in the Buddha hall, streaming the puja from there. In the meantime, we'll continue to prostrate and lick oatmeal off the dining room floor, which is no, that's what we'll be doing in a bit. So, oatmeal off the floor. Yeah, we are in our dining room still. Yeah. So before I hand over to Venerable Samten, I've been asked to say a little bit about this practice. We're going to be doing the Four Mandala offerings to Cittamani Tara. In case you're not familiar with this practice, really you should just read Venerable Children's book, Tara, How to Free Your Mind, Tara the Liberator. Or you can join her in New York at the end of March, where she will be teaching about the Tara practice. But in the meantime, yes, in a few sentences, Tara is a female manifestation of the Buddha's enlightened qualities, especially of the enlightening activities of all the Buddhas, helping all of us to overcome our obstacles to liberation and awakening. So, she gets things done, so to speak. And you can think about her in many ways, whether as a historical figure who was an ordinary sentient being like us. She was said to be a princess named Yeshe Dawa who made strong vows to become awakened in female form. Because everyone was telling her to get awakened in male form. And she's like, there are a lot of male Buddhas already. So it's time to have awakened female forms. So she manifested in many, many forms, right? We say there are 21 Taras. You'll be hearing us doing prostrations to 21 Taras, but there are 108. However many Taras you want to imagine, you can fill the space with them. So that's one way of thinking about Tara. You can also think about Tara as, the embodiment of all these awakened qualities, here to help us to inspire our minds. And I think most importantly, to remember that Tara represents our own potential, that all of us can become just like Tara. She is the resultant Buddha that we can all become if we cultivate our good qualities. So let's do that we're doing this practice not just for ourselves alone, but for all the beings who have requested these prayers, for all of you online, every single being who is connected with us in some way. May the year of the wood snake be an auspicious year. And if not, we'll take it onto the path and keep practicing. So with that, I will hand it over to Venerable Samten, who is our chant leader for this evening.
Thank you, Venerable Damcho. Let's sit quietly for a few moments to get ourselves settled in this space. I'll set a short motivation, and then we'll begin this very beautiful practice. So let's cultivate our motivation. And as we are experiencing on the planet, there is so much uncertainty. It seems even more so than we've experienced in the past through climate change catastrophes, accidents, wars, governments around the world struggling in so many different ways, bringing such anxiety and fear and uncertainty. And it is so incredibly fortunate that we have the Dharma in our lives to turn to the Triple Gem, to take refuge in the Triple Gem. And so I turned to volume 5 today to find some inspiration for this puja and for these times that we're in. And this is in praise of great compassion by His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Venerable Thupten Chodron. And so in one section of the book, they're writing about the benefits of bodhicitta, and they quote some very beautiful analogies about the benefits of bodhicitta. I'll read just a few of them. Bodhicitta is like a boat that keeps us safe while we're still in the ocean of samsara with its dangerous sea monsters of afflictions and karma. Bodhicitta is like soothing moonlight that calms our entire body and mind. It is like water from a pond that cools the fire of afflictions. Bodhicitta resembles bright sunlight in that it sheds light on dark corners and broadens our perspective so that we can see possibilities we couldn't see before. It resembles perennial flowers that continue to bring the beautiful blossoms of virtue. And in a few paragraphs down from those, His Holiness writes, "People ask what enables me to remain optimistic, considering all that has happened in my homeland, Tibet, and to me personally, due to the tragedy there. Bodhicitta gives me a sense of hope, for I see the basic good in human beings and know that their mistaken actions occur not because they are evil people, but because their afflictions overwhelm them. For that reason, I do not harbor grudges or wish for revenge, and thus can work with optimism to help improve the situation." So let's rejoice that we've created the causes and conditions to meet the Dharma in this life, to have met authentic spiritual teachers, and to rejoice in the connection that was forged in 1987 between Bhikshuni Thupten Chodron and then 2 years later between Venerable Sangye Kadro and our Singaporean friends. It is inspiring and deeply touching that these student-teacher relationships have been nurtured and sustained over these past 38 years. So let us all make a firm determination to deepen our practice as the turbulence of samsara grows, and may we continue these Dharma friendships. It's compassionate and wise to support each other as we walk the long road to full awakening so that we can be of benefit to all. I and all sentient beings, the migrators as extensive as space, from now until we achieve the essence of awakening, go for refuge to the glorious sacred gurus. We go for refuge to the perfect Buddhas, the blessed ones. We go for refuge to the sacred Dharma. We go for refuge to the exalted Sangha. I and all sentient beings, the migrators as extensive as space, from now until we achieve the essence of awakening, go for refuge to the glorious sacred gurus. We go for refuge to the perfect Buddhas, the blessed ones. We go for refuge to the sacred Dharma. We go for refuge to the exalted Sangha. I and all sentient beings, the migrators extensive as space, From now until we achieve the essence of awakening, go for refuge to the glorious sacred gurus. We go for refuge to the perfect Buddhas, the blessed ones. We go for refuge to the sacred Dharma. We go for refuge to the exalted Sangha. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I am awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. Especially for the sake of all mother sentient beings, quickly and still more quickly by every means, I shall attain the precious state of fully accomplished Buddhahood. For this purpose, I shall practice the yoga of the Venerable Arya Tara. May all sentient beings have happiness in its causes. May all sentient beings be free of suffering in its causes. May all sentient beings not be separated from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. Om Sabhavashiro Sarvadharma Sabhavashiro Om. Everything is empty. From the state of emptiness, I rise instantly in the form of Venerable Arya Tara. Om Vajramrita Kandali Hana Hana Humpe Om Sabhavashiro Sarvadharma Sabhavashiro Om. Everything is empty. From the state of emptiness, from Yam appears an air mandala, from Ram a fire mandala, from Ah vast and spacious wisdom kapala. Inside there are 5 meats and 5 nectars. They melt and become a great ocean of transcendental wisdom. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Vajramrita Kandale Hana Hana Humpe Om Sabhavashiro Sarvadharma Sabhavashiro Om. Everything is empty. From the state of emptiness, calm appears, and from this 8 skull cups. Inside each is the letter Hum. From the Hum, the individual offering elements appear, by nature empty, functioning to generate extraordinary uncontaminated bliss, being the objects enjoyed by the 6 senses. Om Vajragamahum, Om Vajrapadyamahum, Om Vajrapuyahum, Om Vajradupayahum, Om Vajralokayahum, Om Vajragandayahum, Om Vajranyudayahum, Om Vajrashabdahum. In the space in front is a lion throne. Upon cushions of a lotus and full moon sits my root guru, who is inseparable from Tara of the rosewood forest. Above her are Tisha, the Kadamgeshes, and the direct and indirect gurus. Around the guru are the 21 Taras, deities, yidams, bodhisattvas, hearers, solitary conquerors, and oath-bound protectors. Holy body which encompasses all Buddhas, Vajra holder, soul, essence, and root of the 3 jewels. To all the gurus I prostrate, great compassionate protector, all-knowing teacher, field of merit and good qualities, vast as an ocean. To the Tathagata I bow, through purity freeing from attachment, through virtue freeing from the lower realms, unique, supreme, ultimate reality. To the Dharma that is peace I bow, having freed themselves, showing the path to freedom too, well established in the trainings, the holy field endowed with good qualities. To the Sangha I bow, holy body which encompasses all Buddhas, Vajra holder, soul, essence, and root of the three jewels. To all the gurus I prostrate, great compassionate protector, all-knowing teacher, field of merit and good qualities, vast as an ocean. To the Tathagata I bow, through purity freeing from attachment, through virtue freeing from the lower realms, unique, supreme, ultimate reality. To the Dharma that is peace I bow, having freed them so, showing the path to freedom too, well established in the trainings, the holy field endowed with good qualities. To the Sangha I bow, holy body which encompasses all Buddhas, Vajra holders, soul essence and root of the three jewels. To all the gurus I prostrate, great compassionate protector, all-knowing teacher, field of merit and good qualities, vast as an ocean. To the Tathagata I bow, through purity freeing from attachment, through virtue freeing from the lower realms, unique, supreme, ultimate reality. To the Dharma that is peace I bow, having freed themselves, showing the path to freedom too, well established in the trainings, the holy field endowed with good qualities. To the Sangha I bow. Om Sara Tathagata Sampare Vare Agam Tati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sampare Vare Paryam Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sampare Vare Pupe Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sapare Vare Yupe Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sapare Vare Alake Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sapare Vare Gande Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sapare Vare Nire Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sara Tathagata Sapare Vare Chanda Prati Om Sara Tathagata Sapare Vare Om. To the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas I prostrate and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and mentally transformed. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until cyclic existence ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of myself and others to the Great Awakening. Om Vajra ground, Ahum mighty golden ground, Om Vajra fence, Ahum the iron fence around the edge. In the center is Mameru, the king of mountains. In the east, the continent Videha. In the south, Jambudvipa. In the west, Godanaya. In the north, Kuru. In the east are the subcontinents Deya and Vidya. In the south, Kamarana, Kamara. In the west, Shatanuttara Mantrina. In the north, Kudava and Karava. Here are the precious mountain, wish-granting tree, wish-fulfilling cow on plowed harvest. Here are the precious wheel, precious jewel, precious queen, precious minister, precious elephant, precious horse, precious general, great treasure vase. Here are the goddess of beauty, goddess of garlands, goddess of song, goddess of dance, goddess of flowers, goddess of incense, goddess of light, goddess of perfume. Here are the sun, moon, precious parasol, and victory banner. In the center are the marvelous riches of gods and humans, with nothing missing, pure and delightful. I offer these as a Buddha field to my glorious and holy Guru, the lineage gurus, especially to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and the attendant deities. Please accept them with compassion for the sake of migrating beings. Having accepted them, please bestow on me and the mother sentient beings abiding as far as the limits of space, inspiration with loving compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn on Meru, four lands, sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha and an offering to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Ranna Mandalakam Niryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. May I be inspired to follow with devotion and thought and action the spiritual friend who is the source of all accomplishments of goodness, and by acquainting my mind with a path pleasing to the victorious ones, may I attain peerless awakening. May I be inspired to follow with devotion and thought and action the spiritual friend who is the source of all accomplishments of goodness, and by acquainting my mind with a path pleasing to the victorious ones, may I attain peerless awakening. May I be inspired to follow with devotion and thought and action the spiritual friend who is the source of all accomplishments of goodness, and by acquainting my mind with a path pleasing to the victorious ones, may I attain peerless awakening. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet. You who rescue from all poverty, Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet. You who rescue from all poverty, Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet. You who rescue from all poverty, Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Homage Tare Sampare Vare Argam Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sampare Vare Paryam Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sampare Vare Pupe Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sapare Vare Dupe Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sapare Vare Alake Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sapare Vare Gande Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sapare Vare Nude Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sapare Vare Shanda Pratisa Humsoha. Homage Tare Sapare Vare Om. Reverently I bow down to Arya Tara, present clouds of every type of offering, actual and mentally transformed. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time. I rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until cyclic existence ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of myself and others to the Great Awakening. Om Vajragranda, Om mighty golden ground, Om Vajra fensa, Om iron fence around the edge. In the center is Mount Meru, the king of mountains. In the east, the continent Venteya. In the south, Jambavippa. In the west, Kodanaya. In the north, Guru. In the east are the subcontinents Deya and Vidya. In the south, Kamara, Apar, Kamara. In the west, Shatanu, Turmantrina. In the north, Kudava and Kadava. Here are the precious mountain, wish-granting tree, wish-fulfilling cow, unplowed harvest. Here are the precious wheel, precious jewel, precious queen, precious minister, precious elephant, precious horse, precious general, great treasure vase. Here are the goddess of beauty, goddess of garlands, goddess of song, goddess of dance, goddess of flowers, goddess of incense, goddess of light, goddess of perfume. Here are the sun, moon, precious parasol, and victory banner. In the center are the marvelous riches of gods and humans, with nothing missing, pure and delightful. I offer these as a Buddha field to my glorious, holy, and kind root Guru, the lineage Guru, and especially to the Venerable Arya Tara and the assembly of attendant deities. Please accept these with compassion for the sake of migrating beings. Having accepted them, please bestow on me and on the mothers, sentient beings abiding as far as the limit, your inspiration with loving compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, foreland, sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha land and offered to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Rana Mandalakam Niyatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. May I and all the objects in need of protection be covered by your right hand, which was in the mudra of granting sublime realizations, and is now in the mudra of granting refuge, and be freed from the suffocation of all fears of samsara. Om, our Master to the noble transcendent liberator, Homage to Tara, swift and fearless, with eyes like a flash of lightning, aspiring in an ocean of tears, up to raise to your own protector. Homage to you, spaces like 100 autumn moons gathered, and blazes with the dazzling light of 1,000 constellations. Homage to you, born from a goblet lotus, hands adorned with lotus flowers, sense of giving, effort, and ethics, patience, concentration, and wisdom. Homage to you, crown all Buddhas, whose action subdues without limit, attain to every perfection. On you the Bodhisattvas rely. Homage to you, Shatara and Hong, fill the realms of desire, form, and space. You cross 7 worlds beneath your feet, the power to call all forces. Homage to you, adorned by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Vayu, and Ishvara, praise and sung by hosts of spirits, some satyrs and yakshas. Homage to you, train pay, destroying external wheels of magic, right drawn in and left extended, blazeth in a raging fire. Homage to you, Tere destroys the great fears, the mighty demons, with a wrathful frown, your lotus face, you slay all foes without exception. Homage to you, beautifully adorned by the 3 jewels gesture at your heart, shines in all directions with a whirling mass of light. Homage to you, radiant and joyful, whose crown amidst a garland of light, you by the laughter of Tara conquer demons and lords of the world. Homage to you, with power to invoke the assembly of local protectors, with your fierce frown and vibrating whom you bring freedom from all poverty.
Homage to you with crescent moon crown, all your adornments dazzling bright. From your hair, Amitabha, shines eternal with great beams of light. Homage to you who dwells in the blazing reed, like the fire at the end of this age. Your right leg outstretched and left drawn in, joy surround you, defeats us all foes. Homage to you whose foot stamps the earth, and whose palm strikes the ground by your side. With a rough glance and the letter whom you subdue all in the 7 stages. Homage to the blissful, virtuous, peaceful one, object of practice, nirvana's peace, perfectly endowed with Sohanam, overcoming all the great evils. Homage to you with joyous retinue, you subdue fallen enemies' forms. A 10-letter mantra adorns your heart, and your knowledge and inspiration. Homage to Turi with stamping feet, whose essence is the sea letter, whom you cause merriment, and Vidya, and all 3 worlds to tremble and shake. Homage to you who holds in your hand the moon like a celestial lake, saying Tara twice, let her pay. You dispel all poisons without exception. Homage to you in whom the kings of the gods themselves and all spirits rely. Your armor radiates joy to all, you conquer the nightmares as well. Homage to you whose eyes the sun and moon radiate with brilliant light, uttering Har twice into Tara, dispels extremely fearful plagues. Homage to you adorned with 3 natures, perfectly endowed with peaceful strength. You destroy demons, zombies, and yakshas, Turi most exalted and sublime. And thus the root mantra is praised, and 21 homages offered. Om to the transcendent liberator, Om to Tara I prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tara, with Tara who calm all fears. You bestow success with Ture, to the sound so high pay great homage.
Treasure of compassion, Venerable Arya, please pacify all hindrances of every transmigrator, enable us to reach immediately the city of everlasting happiness, and increase all our necessary conditions without exception. Treasure of compassion, Venerable Arya, please pacify all hindrances of every transmigrator, enable us to reach immediately the city of everlasting happiness, and increase all our necessary conditions without exception. Treasure of compassion, Venerable Arya, please pacify all hindrances of every transmigrator, enable us to reach immediately the city of everlasting happiness, and increase all our necessary conditions without exception.
Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet, you who rescue from all poverty. Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet, you who rescue from all poverty. Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet, you who rescue from all poverty. Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Om Ayatar Sapar Vari Argam Padyam Pupe Dupe Aloke Gande Nude Shamda Pratisanta. Om Ayatar Sapar Vari Om.
Reverently I bow down to Arya Tara and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and mentally transformed. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. These remain until cyclic existence ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of myself and others to the Great Awakening.
This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, foreland sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha land and offered to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. Idam Gurana Mandala Niryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. May I and all objects in need of protection be covered by the right hand, which was in the mudra of granting sublime realizations, and is now in the mudra of granting refuge, freed from the suffocations of all the fears of samsara. Om, our pastor to the noble transcendent liberator, homage to Tara, swift and fearless, with eyes like a flash of lightning, lotus, an ocean of tears, ocean raising 3 realms protector. Homage to you, his face is like 100 autumn moons gathered, and blesses with the dazzling light of 1,000 constellations. Homage to you, born from a goblet lotus, and adorned with lotus flowers, sense of giving, effort, and ethics, patience, concentration, and wisdom. Homage to you, crown all Buddhas, whose action subdues without limit, attain to every perfection, in the Bodhisattvas rely. Homage to you, Jatara, whom fill the realms of desire, form, and space. You cross 7 worlds beneath your feet, and have power to call all forces. Homage to you, adorned by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Vayu, and Ishvara, praised and sung by hosts of spirits, zombies, anteaters, and yakshas. Homage to you, straight pay, destroying external wheels of magic, right drawn and left extended, blazeth in a raging fire. Homage to you, Chariot destroys the great fears, the mighty demons, with a wrathful frown on your lotus face, you slay all foes without exception. Homage to you, beautifully adorned by the 3 jewels gesture at your heart, you'll shines in all directions with a whirling mass of light. Homage to you, radiant and joyful, whose crown amidst a garland of light, you by the laughter of Tara, conquer demons and lords of the world. Homage to you, with power to invoke the assembly of local protectors, with your fierce frown and vibrating wing, you bring freedom from all poverty. Homage to you, with crescent moon crown, all your adornments dazzling bright, from your hair Amitabha, shines eternal with great beams of light. Homage to you, who dwells in the blazing wreath, like the fire at the end of this age, your right leg outstretched and left drawn in, just around you defeats all foes. Homage to you, whose foot stamps the earth, and whose palm strikes the ground by your side, with a wrathful glance and the letter whom you subdue all in the 7 stages. Homage to the blessed, virtuous, peaceful one, object of practice, nirvana's peace, perfectly down and home, overcoming all the great evils. Homage to you, with joyous retinue, you subdue full enemies' forms, the 10-letter mantra adorns your heart, in all June's liberation. Homage to you, with stamping feet, whose essence is the sea letter whom you cause merriment, and Vidya, and all 3 worlds to tremble and shake. Homage to you, who holds in your hand a moon like a celestial lake, saying Tara twice in the letter pay, you dispel all poisons without exception. Homage to you, in whom the kings of gods, the gods themselves and all spirits rely, your armor radiates joy to all, you conquer sun nightmares as well. Homage to you, whose eyes the sun and moon radiate with brilliant light, uttering Har twice into Tar, dispels extremely fearful plagues. Homage to you, adorned with 3 natures, perfectly endowed with peaceful strength, you destroy demons, zombies, and yakshas, Turi most exalted and sublime. As the root mantra is praised and 21 homages offered, Om to the transcendent liberator, Tara I prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tara. With Tara you calm all fears, you do flow success with Tur. To the sound so high pay great homage. Om to the transcendent liberator, Tara I prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tara. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow success with Tur. To the sound so high pay great homage.
Treasure of compassion, Venerable Arya, please pacify all hindrances of every transmigrator. Enable us to reach immediately the city of everlasting happiness and increase all our necessary conditions without exception. Treasure of compassion, Venerable Arya, please pacify all hindrances of every transmigrator. Enable us to reach immediately the city of everlasting happiness and increase all our necessary conditions without exception. Treasure of compassion, Venerable Arya, please pacify all hindrances of every transmigrator. Enable us to reach immediately the city of everlasting happiness and increase all our necessary conditions without exception.
Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet, you who rescue from all poverty. Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet, you who rescue from all poverty. Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet, you who rescue from all poverty. Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. O Maria Tara Sapari Wari Argam Padiam Pupe Dupe Aloke Gande Nire Shamda Pratisam O Maria Tara Sapari Wari Om.
Reverently I bow down to Arya Tara and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and mentally transformed. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginning this time. I rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until cyclic existence ends and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of myself and others to the Great Awakening.
This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, foreland, sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha land unoffered to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Rana Mana Kam Niryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I am awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings.
From Tara's holy body, blissful nectar flows into the crown chakras of myself and all those in need of protection, filling our bodies completely and bringing every blessing and inspiration.
Om, our pleasure to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage to Tara, swift and fearless, with eyes like a flash of lightning, lotus born in of tears, Neptune raises for world's protector. Homage to you, whose face is like 100 autumn moons gathered, and blazes with the dazzling light of 1,000 constellations. Homage to you, born from a global lotus, suns adorned with lotus flowers, essence of giving and ethics, patience, concentration, and wisdom. Homage to you, crown all Buddhas, whose action subdues without limit, attain to every perfection. On you the bodhisattvas rely. Homage to you, Shatara and Hung, fill the realms of desire from in space. You cross 7 worlds beneath your feet, power to call all forces. Homage to you, Dharma Indra, Agni Brahma Vayu and Ishvara, praise and sung by hosts of spirits, zombies, sent eaters, and yakshas. Homage to you, trade and pay, destroy external wheels of magic, right up thrown in and left extended, blazeth in a raging fire. Homage to you, Terra destroys the great fears, the mighty demons, with a wrath of on your lotus face, you slay all foes without exception. Homage to you, beautifully adorned by the 3 jewels gesture at your heart, you will shine in all directions, whirling mass of light. Homage to you, radiant and joyful, whose crown amidst a garland of light, you by the laughter of Tara, conquer demons and lords of the world. Homage to you, with power to invoke the assembly of local protectors, with your fierce round and vibrating wing, you bring freedom from all poverty. Homage to you, with crescent moon crown, all your adornments dazzling bright, from your hair Amitabha, Shanti eternal work in the light. Homage to you, who dwells in the blazing wreath, like the fire at the end of this age, your right like a stretched and left drawn in, just around you defeats us of foes. Homage to you, whose foot stamps the earth, and whose palm strikes the ground by your side, with a wrathful glance in the letter Hung, all in the 7 stages. Homage to the blissful, virtuous, peaceful one, object of practice, nirvana's peace, perfectly endowed with Sohanam, overcoming all the great evils. Homage to you, with joyous retinue, you subdue fully enemies' forms, the 10-letter mantra adorns your heart, your knowledge and liberation. Homage to Turi with stamping feet, whose essence is the seed letter Hung, you cause Mara, Mandara, and Vidya, and all 3 worlds to tremble and shake. Homage to you, who holds in your hand the moon like a celestial lake, saying Tara twice, let her pay, you dispel all poisons without exception. Homage to you, in whom the kings of God, gods themselves and all spirits rely. Your armor radiates joy to all, use of conquest and nightmares as well. Homage to you, whose eyes the sun and moon radiate purple and light, uttering heart twice into Tara, dispels extremely fearful plagues. Homage to you, adorned with 3 natures, perfectly endowed with peaceful strength. You destroy demons, zombies, and yakshas, a Turi most exalted and sublime. And thus the root mantra is praised, and 21 homages offered. Om to the transcendent liberator, Arya Tara, prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tare. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow us success with Ture. To the sound so I pay great homage. Om to the transcendent liberator, Arya Tara, prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tare. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow us success with Ture. To the sound so I pay great homage. Om to the transcendent liberator, Arya Tara, prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tare. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow success with Ture. To the sound so I pay great homage. Om to the transcendent liberator, Arya Tara, prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tare. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow us success with Ture. To the sound so I pay great homage. Om to the transcendent liberator, Arya Tara, prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tare. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow us success with Ture. To the sound so I pay great homage. Om to the transcendent liberator, Arya Tara, prostrate. Homage to the glorious one who frees with Tare. With Tara you calm all fears, you bestow us success with Ture. To the sound so I pay great homage.
Those endowed with perfect and pure respect for the deities, the intelligent who recite these praises with most supreme faith, both in the evening and upon awaking at dawn, will have fearlessness bestowed on them by this remembrance. After being purified of all evils completely, they will attain the destruction of all lower realms, and the 7 million conquering Buddhas will quickly grant them every empowerment. Thus they will attain greatness and go forth to the ultimate state of supreme Buddhahood. As a result, all violent poisons, whether abiding within or spreading to others, that they have eaten or drunk, by this remembrance will be completely removed, and they will eliminate completely afflictions by spirits, epidemics, poisons, and all various sufferings. If for oneself or for the sake of others these praises are read 2, 3, or 7 times sincerely, those wishing a child will have one, and those wishing wealth will attain this as well. Without obstruction, all their wishes will be granted, and every hindrance will be destroyed as it arises.
Om Vajramrita Kandala Hana Hana Humpe Om Sabhawa Shuddho Sarvadharm Sabhawa Shuddho Hum.
Everything is empty. From the state of emptiness, from Yam appears an air mandala, from Ram a fire mandala, from Ah vast and spacious wisdom kapala. Inside there are 5 meats and 5 nectars. They melt and become a great ocean of transcendental wisdom.
Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum.
Straws of light from the Vajra tongues of the Venerable Guru and the deities extract the essence of the Torma.
Om Aryatari Sapari Wari Idam Balim Takakahi Kahi. Om Aryatari Sapari Wari Idam Balim Takakahi Kahi. Om Aryatari Sapari Wari Idam Balim Takakahi Kahi. Om Aryatari Sapari Wari Argam Padyam Pupe Jupe Aloke Gande Nire Shamda Pratisam. Om Ayatari Saparwari Om Ahum. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet. You who rescue from all poverty, Mother Tara, to you I prostrate.
Venerable Arya Tara and your retinue, with your non-objectifying, compassionate love, please pay attention to me. Please empower me to achieve without hindrance the aims I have requested. May the general teachings of the victorious ones and Je Tsongkhapa's teachings of pure wisdom, explanations, and practice spread in the 10 directions. May the holders of the teachings and the Sangha be harmonious, and may good actions increase. From this moment on, please help pacify disease, famine, and war in this country, and spread the Dharma and all auspiciousness. Please develop the powers of Dharma leaders and cause every country to be at peace. Please guide all beings from the 8 and 16 fears, harp from spirits, epidemics, bad dreams, and ill omens. Please protect all beings from the sufferings of samsara, unfortunate realms, and all fears, temporal and ultimate. Please help increase the magnificence of this life, its enjoyments and good fortune, and pacify all superstition and non-virtue. Please help all beings to quickly complete the realizations of the 3 principles of the path and the 2 tantric stages. From now until awakening is achieved, I seek no refuge other than you. Please grant your inspiration and guide me to your state with the care of a mother for her only beloved child.
Om Pema Sapa Samaya Manapalaya Pema Sapa Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Supukaya Mebawa Supukaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Saraseni Memperyasa Sar Kama Sutame Sitam Chirum Guru Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Pema Mami Musa Pema Bama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Pema Sapa Samaya Manapalaya Pema Sapa Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Supukaya Supukaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Saraseni Memperyasa Sar Kama Sutame Sitam Chirum Guru Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Pema Mami Muta Pema Bama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Pema Sapa Samaya Manapalaya Pema Sapa Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Sutukayo Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Saraseni Memperyasa Sar Kama Sutame Sitam Chirum Guru Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Pema Mami Muta Pema Bama Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe.
Whatever I've done incorrectly due to not acquiring the proper materials, not fully understanding, or lack of ability, please be patient with all these mistakes, my additions and omissions and parts of the ritual that went wrong, and whatever I forgot, please be patient with this too. Together with the lineage image here, remain for sentient beings' sake, and please bestow health and long life, riches, and the highest things.
Om Supratisha Vajaya Soha. Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Aryatara, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their suffering. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. Through this merit, may I and all others be taken care of by the Venerable Lady Tara. May we see the face of Buddha Amitabha in Sukhavati, and may we enjoy the Mahayana teachings. O compassionate and venerable subduer, may the infinite beings, including myself, soon purify the 2 obscurations, complete both collections, so that we may attain full awakening. For all of my lives, until I reach this stage, may I know the sublime happiness of humans and gods. So that I may become fully omniscient, please pacify quickly all obstacles, spirits, obstructions, epidemics, diseases, and so forth, the various causes of untimely death, bad dreams and omens, the 8 fears and other afflictions, and make it so that they no longer exist. May the mundane and supermundane collections of all excellent auspicious qualities and happiness increase and develop. And may all wishes be fulfilled naturally and effortlessly without an exception. May I strive to realize and increase the sacred Dharma, accomplishing your stage and beholding your sublime face. May my understanding of emptiness and the precious bodhicitta increase like the moon waxing full. May I be reborn from an extremely beautiful and holy lotus in the joyous and noble mandala of the conqueror. May I attain whatever prophecy I receive in the presence of Amitabha Buddha. O deity whom I practiced in previous lives, the enlightening influence of the 3-time Buddhas, blue-green, 1 face and 2 arms, the swift pacifier. O Mother holding a tongue of flower, may you be auspicious. Whatever your body, O Mother of conquerors, whatever your retinue, lifespan, and pure land, whatever your name most noble and holy, may I and all others attain only these. By the force of these praises and requests made to you, may all disease, poverty, fighting, and quarrels be calmed. May the precious Dharma and everything auspicious increase throughout the worlds and directions where I and all others dwell.
like the inconceivable tree, the precious vase, and the wish-granting jewel. Mother Tara, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are treasures that grant all wishes and fulfill all hopes. May they guide us and increase the signs of virtue.
And now at this point, we'll make special dedication prayers for the hundreds of people who have requested them in all the different categories of fortunate rebirth, long life, good health, removing obstacles, swift recovery from illness, and so forth. And we also especially dedicate for all the supporters of the Buddha Hall who have helped us to see through this project over so many years. All your names are printed on sheets that are displayed here at the Abbey, and they're on sheets in front of everybody here, so we'll be all reciting your names aloud. And all our friends online, you can take this time to hold in mind whoever you'd like to dedicate this practice to, and especially all the difficult circumstances ongoing worldwide. May all obstacles be removed and our virtuous aspirations quickly be fulfilled.
In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezi, may you stay until samsara ends. May the spiritual teachers who lead me on the sacred path, and all spiritual friends who practice it have long life. May I pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. Grant such inspiration, I pray. May the lives of the venerable spiritual mentors be stable, and their virtuous actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of Lopsang's teachings dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds always increase. May the deeds of explaining, practicing the Dharma, done by groups supporting the teachings and their upholders, who spread the view of dependent arising and non-violent actions in the 10 directions, and especially at Sravasti Abbey in the West, flourish.
So So thank you so much, Venerable Samten, for leading this prayer with great verve and energy, and to everybody who requested it and these prayers for giving us this opportunity to make merit together. So may you have a very wonderful rest of the Lunar New Year. And even though the Abbey is closed for retreat still till March the 2nd, please look on our calendar. There's already a whole lineup of wonderful virtuous activities coming up, beginning with Venerable Sangye Kadro, who will be in Singapore in March. You can come and help us to move into the Buddha Hall starting in March. And in April, Venerable Children will be in Europe. So we will definitely see you again very soon. Have a wonderful evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you might be.